Are we good or are we not good?
Are we ever not good?
We're
actually
maybe always not good.
Are we ever good? I should probably ask.
I don't know about that, John.
All right, I'm hitting it.
This is On Air with... Oh, geez. I mean, this is Almost On Air with Erica and Jon.
Welcome to another episode of the Almost On Air podcast. I'm Jon.
That's right. I'm Erica.
Yeah, so much lag over Zoom, but we're back.
There's actually not that much lag. I just was not paying close enough attention to realizing that you wanted me to say, and I'm Erica.
Yeah, we've been doing that the past 2 weeks, and I feel like ever since we've not been together for the past 3 days, we've lost the mojo, dude. We had this in-person mojo going on, and now mojo is lost.
I'm sorry. I'm also pouring wine, so I wasn't like fully paying attention to you.
Is that the empathy rosé?
Yeah, you know, the one that you drank without me.
And you're drinking it without me now, so I feel like that's fair. Can I use you for a drink opinion?
Sure.
So I walked my little feet to the fridge. Big feet. Medium size. They're like...
Why? No, you're done.
And I went to the fridge, and I was trying to decide what I wanted to drink today, but I could not decide, so I decided I'd bring both of them over here so you can help me pick what I'm going to drink during our podcast today. Would you?
Sounds good.
Are you ready?
I am.
Door number 1, we have the Kettle One Botanical Vodka Spritz, which is cool because it's a leftover from our...
Award show
with the Seattle Cocktail Club. However, I don't like saying the word spritz. The word spritz, as a dude, I don't know. I don't like it, you know?
Like it's not manly enough
Yeah,
for you?
it's not very manly, but
John,
I don't know.
Are any of the things you do manly enough for you?
Not so much, but sometimes.
No. Okay.
And then second's going to be a Michelob Ultra. What should we do today?
Like, what are the odds you drink them both?
Pretty high.
Yeah, so I say start with the Michelob Ultra.
All right, cracking
Move to the spritz when you're feeling more dude-ish, you know?
Cool. Have you poured your wine?
I did just pour it. And I have ice cubes in there, I'm going to admit, because I didn't chill it before because I was not planning ahead.
Excellent. Well, cheers. Cheers to you.
Cheers.
Here. So I do miss you because we did have an interesting weekend last week. I got to bring you to my Orange County city of Placentia, California.
Yeah.
And I got to take you through what ended up being the perfect example of my weekends.
I think with like a little extreme version of your weekend.
There's a little bit of flair in there. You know, it was
a little spice.
But I'm almost glad that you came down and it was so intense that it made it worth it. You know what I mean?
Oh my God. So it would have been worth it if we like only podcasted. Like
right.
then it would have just been like fun and worth it. But thank you for housing me for like a weekend. I feel like I overstayed my welcome, but you said I didn't, so I'll stop.
No, you definitely didn't. You're fine. Cool. My roommates loved you. Some of them a lot. Some of them liked you a lot. Some of them liked you.
Am I aware of this?
Maybe not.
Okay.
One of my roommates has been known to have a slight crush on you.
Oh, yeah. You know, I wish I had been more gung-ho on that last weekend, but I wasn't I wasn't there.
You were enjoying, it was like our first time together-ish, like our second weekend in a year we spent together. Like, I get it.
It was our first time together, not with other like radio podcast people.
Yeah.
So tell that roommate I'm sorry.
That's fair. May have gotten a little more wild this time. So,
I can't believe how drunk I got on Friday.
So if you were following along with our Instagram stories, so the first night we went out to my favorite pizza shop in town. It's not a pizza shop. It's more like a pizza bar, I think.
It's a bar that serves pizza.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But also I saw it later at night than normal, so I don't know.
That's fair. So I would say it's more of a bar than like a lamppost pizza, like a place that Little Leagues go. However, this is still a place that I guess some Little League teams end up going after their games or whatever. And we were there till probably 10 at night. And there was this Little League team that was there until probably 10:30. And it was like a little Dodgers team. They were probably like 8, 10 years old. I don't really know kids' ages.
Yeah, they were probably like 8.
Like you're just small, you know? It's like, I feel like I know like 16, I know like 18, and I know like 10. And those are the only 3.
They were small except for one.
Yeah. Oh my God.
There was one boy who looked like he could probably beat me up if he tried.
He was a big boy. He's hitting the tanks on that team for sure.
Yeah, he'll go on to play football.
So this Little League team starts walking around with the trophy because I guess they just finished their season and they came in first place. So as the coach brought the trophy out to the team, they got in one of those huddles and they were jumping up and down. And as we saw this, the DJ started playing We Are the Champions in the middle of the bar. And all of the drunk old people, including us, just started chanting for this team.
Are you calling us old?
No, I'm calling us...
Older.
Older.
Okay, cool.
I don't even like that. There were the drunk old people, and then there were us.
Right. And the youngins.
And the youngins. And we just, I feel like we made the celebration for that Little League team so memorable that they will never, ever forget that night.
Absolutely. It was like all their drunk parents, frankly.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
then like this group of like 20, some of your younger friends showed up. So it was like 23 to like 30-year-olds just like shouting for them.
Yeah. Raging for these guys. Top of our lungs, clapping, whistling. And they felt like
if we had champagne, we would have poured it all over them.
The only thing missing, actually.
Yep.
This was like World Series level celebration for this 8-year-old Little League team.
It was so cute.
It was so cute.
I wish I could watch it again. I mean, you have a video of it, so
I do have a video. So then we went to this bar where we got to see our favorite local band, and they're called Flash Pants. So it's this group of very old, probably in their, not very old, but old compared to us.
Can I explain my feeling walking into that bar?
Absolutely.
So we come from the pizza place, the Little League team is screaming, whatever. It's all great. It's like me, John's roommates, one of John's friends. So it's like Erica and the dudes.
Yep.
But I walk into this bar. It's one of my first times being in like a packed bar.
Yes.
Since the pandemic. So, feeling it. I'm like, wow, there are people out. And then I look on stage and it is like I am in a movie, perhaps 13 going on 30. And it's like there's just like a glow over the stage, and it's these older men in, what would you call those? Like
80s workout gear.
Right. So like the short shorts and the tank tops that match and the headbands. Do they
yeah.
always wear that?
Every time.
Okay. So that was what I walked into, and they were playing cover songs. And I don't think I processed it until we got up close, and then we just danced.
Yeah. They all have huge beer bellies that are just plopping through their tank tops. They have short shorts with just like thick thighs. Like thick thighs popping out of these short shorts. They're just don't have the bodies to be rocking this 80s workout gear, but they rock it. They are owning it. They just sell it to the fullest extent. And they're playing 80s cover music, and the entire place is screaming. And they're our favorite. We love 80s cover bands.
Well, I now do too, because these are like your local favorite.
Totally.
These are my new favorite.
We found out that they actually, like, you can book them, obviously, for like house parties. So
okay.
Before the pandemic, we were almost going to book them for one of our parties. We just hadn't yet. And last week, or a couple of days ago, right after that night, I saw one of my friends book them for a backyard pool party. And I was like, how epic.
Are you going?
No, it was like this. It already happened. I saw it happen.
Oh, okay. How much do you think they cost to book?
I think they're probably like $600. I don't know how much bands are.
$600 for a night is not bad.
That's what I'm saying. I think we looked it up, but I forgot.
Okay.
So, the coolest
don't
part.
book them for anything until I can come to it.
Deal. We got to
Okay, great.
So the coolest part was, so I didn't notice this until 2 days after because I'm just really bad at checking my Instagram. But I'd gotten an Instagram message from one of our listeners.
Yeah.
And her name's Lisa, and she works at the Chili's by my house, which we go to all the time. So obviously we're homies. So 2 days later, I checked this DM from her that I got, and she said, "Oh my gosh, I was there seeing Flash Pants the same night as you guys. You must have just missed me. The bar was too packed, so we went next door to a much more chill area. I can't believe we missed you. We were literally there." And I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe we missed that. That sucks so bad. So I started scrolling up, and then I saw this message that I had sent to her, and it said, "Oh my gosh, we should have gone to Chili's tonight." And she responded with, "Sunday, all day happy hour on bartending 4 to close."
Right.
So on the Sunday that I saw this message, I was like, this is perfect. Erica, you're about to leave. Before you go, do you want to go get a beer from one of our listeners? We could go say hi and kick it with her for a little bit. So excited. And you were down.
I was so down. I was like, I never get to meet the listeners, mostly because I feel like they all live near you.
At least some of them do, yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, yes, let's go.
Right. And especially because you're in Arizona, there are some LA ones that you will probably be closer to as you move back.
Yeah.
So at this point we're across town, but we canceled. We canceled the calendar. We called our secretary. We said, cancel all of our plans. We're going to Chili's.
Right.
So we drive ourselves all the way to this Chili's. We walk in. It's about 5 o'clock. So she said 4 to close. We go up to the hostess and we said, "What's up? We're here to see Lisa. She's bartending 4 to close. Sit us at the bar." And the hostess goes, "Lisa's not working tonight." And I said, "What do you mean?" I have a message from her saying, I'm working 4 to close. You better double check that schedule. So she double checks the schedule and clearly tells us, no, I work here. Literally, I know things. And she's not working tonight. Right. So I said,
So we turn around, walk out. We don't get the beer at Chili's.
Right. So we walk out and I was like, well, I'm going to check the receipts. So I pull out my DMs and I go back and I look at this DM interaction that I had with Lisa. And it was from May 15th. It was June 6th. So she had told me about 3 weeks ago to come visit her on a Sunday night. And I just saw that 3 weeks later, went all the way to Chile. No, it was apparently not there. See, in my mind, I was like, okay, we were drinking on that Friday night. Maybe we had that interaction. I don't remember sending the message.
I do get that.
You know?
Like, oh, we were drinking. She probably said, hold up. I'm here this weekend. Let's
connect. Yeah. So I was super down. Anyway, so that was our weekend. Sorry, Lisa. Didn't get to meet you.
I know, but soon.
Erica didn't, but.
Yeah. When I move back, I'll come down again. I got to, do some flash pants again. So,
the last thing that I just kind of want to talk about was, so you learned some pretty terrible news this weekend.
My weekend was almost ruined.
Yeah. This is pretty bad news. So when Erica was here, she was informed by my roommate that our cat Hopper was dead, likely dead.
I think this was approximately as I met that roommate.
Yes. So technically the roommate who owns the cat. But it lives in our house. So she met him, said hello, and he was depressed, and he was telling all of us, he's like, dude, Hopper, our cat's dead. We haven't seen him in a week. We left some food outside. He hasn't touched it. We don't know what happened. I think a coyote ate him. We've been seeing coyotes lately, and I think he's dead. So it was a huge damper on our night, and we've been super sad about it for days. And yesterday at work, like as I was working for our morning show, Hopper strolls up into my room.
No! Yeah. No! This is the first you're telling me.
Yeah, I know.
Kidding.
Like nothing happened. He just strolled in my room. Like, what's up? What'd I miss? I was like,
you're lying to me.
He's alive. Hopper lives.
The fact that on our rundown, by the way, guys, it says Hopper story with a slanty face, R.I.P.
Yeah.
So I am shook right now.
I hadn't told you. Our cat's alive. We thought he was dead for a whole week. And he just strolls up in my room and meows and sits next to me on the desk as I'm working. I'm like, who are you? What? We can't just walk into my room after a week of disappearing and act like we're all good. Where you been,
Where
Hopper?
Was he?
What have you been up to? No
I don't know
idea.
why you would know where he was. He can't tell you.
I couldn't understand. He probably tried to tell me. Don't know what he said. So Hopper's alive.
Holy balls.
I know. What good news, right?
That's literally, you just made my day.
I know. I was like so pumped. I texted my roommate chat. I was like, holy shit, he's here. Hopper.
Was he aware? Like, was he like, oh yeah, he came in last night? Or?
No, none of my roommates knew. They were like, are you kidding? And they ran downstairs and they're like, Hopper, dude, where you been? And Hopper was just like meow. And I was like,
Yeah. Hopper's like, sup?
Yeah. Like, I don't know why you guys worried. I've been fine. He's like a house cat. So like, and he's kind of wimpy, to be honest. So I don't trust his survivability tactics on the outside. You know what I mean?
Do you, on the outside, like on the outside of prison. Yeah. Do you feel like he was hiding somewhere in the house?
Perhaps, but we checked the cat box and it had not been used for an entire week. His food inside hadn't been touched for an entire week.
Did he get like locked in the garage for a week or
Unclear.
something?
Like we've been in and out of the garage. He usually will go in our shed. We tore that thing apart looking for him. Don't know what happened, but he's a survivor. So my confidence in Hopper through the roof right now.
Through the roof. I am so happy to hear that.
Me too. Thank you.
Me too.
I was pretty pumped about it.
Welcome.
Enough talking about me. There's something you put on the you put on the rundown about wanting to go balls deep, and this is the only thing on the rundown. I literally have no idea where you're going with this.
I do want to, but first, can I give my review of the empathy wine? Because I feel like to complete the triad or whatever, the trilogy of wines, I gotta say this is incredible rosé. This feels like what we should have been sipping on Saturday. We didn't even talk about on Saturday. We did a Duffy boat with some of your friends / friends of theirs. And this is exactly what we should have been sipping on the Duffy boat. It feels like a crisp day on the water.
What I liked about that rosé was that it wasn't too sweet. I feel like I am reluctant to go the rosé direction because I don't want something that's too sweet so it makes me feel just bad with a headache. The rosé was fantastic. I was a big fan.
This is literally like a hot summer day when there's a breeze on the bay and you're on a Duffy and you're like kind of being classy about it. Like our coworker Sierra would drink this on her Duffy.
And, a couple of sips and you're starting to feel some type of way.
Am I going to feel some type of way in a couple of moments?
We're about to find out, aren't we?
I guess we are.
For
We're
science.
about to get deep too. So I guess let's see how this goes. This balls deep is actually, it came from a conversation I had with you. And that's why I wanted to do it so bad. You said something to me about how I'm absolutely not annoying. And if I was annoying, you would have already been annoyed with me.
That's a fact.
And would not want to spend time with me, essentially. And I started to think about how that's something I always do. I always apologize for having been annoying or think I'm being annoying or whatever. And I don't know what that is. I think maybe that's a little sister thing. So I wanted to ask you, and I have another answer to this, but I want to ask you, what is something that you have always believed to be true about yourself that you maybe realize is not true?
Similarly, it's not quite an annoying factor, but it's the I'm a bother factor. I think that when I'm asking someone something and they're doing something in their day and I become a part of it, I am bothering them. Which is like...
Do you have an example? I'm confused.
I have many. Like if I'm going to text you during the day and I don't have an immediate question, I just want to say hi. To me, I feel like I'm bothering you. I even feel like it when I'm sending emails to coworkers and I'm like just sending them an email to cover my own tracks, like so they know an update about what's going on. If it's not the most necessary and I'm doing it just to be extra careful, that feels annoying. And I know it's not, but it feels annoying. I'm like...
Can I tell you something about that, though?
Yes.
That will serve you extremely well in your career.
Yeah.
That is something I have typically done. And I think that's why people are always like, oh, Erica's organized or Erica has her shit together. They're wrong, but...
But it feels annoying.
I get that. But... in like your friendships, you feel this way?
My friendships too. It's texting has done that a lot with me as well because if
Is this why you like to Snapchat?
I mean, yes, because you could just leave me on red, but like, yeah, I mean, if I'm texting you and I know that you're doing something fun, for an example, like let's say you're on a Duffy boat on the water over the weekend, or you're out somewhere and you're texting me back and we're not talking about something that I need. I feel like a bother. I'm like, I probably shouldn't be. You probably feel obligated to text me back. We don't need to text.
Oh my God. This is truly why you prefer this Snapchat tactic.
I mean, no, because some of the time I'm busy too. And I don't want to text, you know?
No, I know. But I feel like if someone's texting you back when they're doing something fun, that means they want to talk to you.
Right.
And it's not taking away from that.
Right. I have a hard time with that because most of the time when I'm doing something fun, I usually am not texting.
Okay.
So for me, it's difficult to process that. So I think that goes, I mean, it's not quite what you're talking about, but it's like along the same lines.
No, that's exactly like something that you think you're a bother when in reality, probably no one else feels that way.
Probably. Yeah. And you
really
most definitely apologize too much. I mean, when we were spending the weekend in Scottsdale, we made it a
drinking game.
We made it a drinking game through the entire weekend that every time Erica apologizes, we all have to take a drink. And we probably took tens of drinks.
Yeah, probably. And honestly, this week has been pretty bad. I feel like I've been, it's like the same thing as yours. I feel like I've been texting you a ton this week for like random work stuff or like brainstorming stuff.
Yep.
And I constantly am like, oh, sorry, this will be the last text.
And I'm like, stop apologizing,
who cares?
dude. Yeah, like,
I know.
And if it's
how do you
podcast stuff, I'm pumped about it. Like
totally.
I'm always pumped
if it's
to talk
life stuff. Shut the fuck up.
To tell someone else.
Just kidding.
You have other friends.
I do.
I'm kidding. I'm totally joking.
But yeah, I don't know what that is like, and it's interesting to hear that you feel kind of in the same vein because I always thought that was like a woman thing.
I mean, maybe to some degree, but I'm sure that a lot of people struggle with things like that. You know what I mean? A lot of people can. Because there's some degree of self-awareness in it, and then sometimes it's just something you got in you that you start to feel, and it's hard to knock those things.
Yeah. It's like my annoying thing. I think that when I was younger, I was a lot more like, I guess the best word for it is like volatile, where like I was extremely reactive to things. And I definitely, like, I still can be that way, but it's much more subdued. So I tend to get this feeling like after weddings or events with friends where like we were all really drunk, I always am like afraid that I was annoying the night before because I was just excited.
That could also be just like post-drinking anxiety, which is a thing, you know?
True. Yeah.
But at the same time, I also it's hard for me to find people annoying because I go out of my way to annoy people. Like, So
The amount of times you've tried to trip me in the last 2 weeks.
literally,
Like,
and that's my point. So it's hard to find people annoying when I myself am actively going out of my way to be annoying. So it's all good, dog.
so it's all good.
It's all good. That
All
clear
right,
that up?
well, I guess so, yeah.
All right, let's take a quick break and we'll come right back.
Okay.
We're so back.
We're so back.
We're incredibly back. Couldn't be more back.
We are.
We should, so I realized for the YouTube, when we do those little commercial breaks, there are no commercials, which benefits of watching the YouTube. However,
True that.
we should like insert a self-publicized commercial video. It's just like you saying, follow us on Instagram. What do you think?
Or we could like give commercials to things that we love that we are not sponsored by, like Empathy Wines or like Seattle Gummy Company or
That's
whatever
fair.
it is.
We could definitely do that.
Just to give them extra love, because why not?
Yeah, maybe that'll lead to a sponsorship one day. What's up?
Maybe, guys.
But you sent
I
me a
just winked.
screenshot this week of something that I thought was extremely. It took me back a little bit.
Because it was a horrible message on
Because
Hinge.
it was terrible.
I get these weird, you know what, my number one response on Hinge is, and it's so nice, but it's always like, you have a great smile. But and like, thank you, I freaking know. Just kidding. I actually don't think I have a great smile because I have a lopsided smile. We're not going to get into
We're
that
not.
today.
But you're
No.
over it because you get it too much.
No, but then there are some that are like, you have a great smile. I'd love to be the reason behind that smile. Wink, wink. And I'm like, why? Why do we have, can't you just say you have a nice smile?
I wonder if it's like a guy thing because, so if you spent some time on Bumble, the girls have to reach out first. And as a guy
Yeah,
who's,
I have, and I don't know what to say.
yeah, and I feel like most girls don't. I feel like guys have
Yeah.
to try harder because most of the time, through my experience with Bumble, it's, hey, what's up? Hey, how's your day? Hey, how are you?
And
Or
do you
just,
like
hey.
that?
I mean, it's fine, but like then the pressure is like back on me, and it's like, you know, like would you like it if a guy just commented on your photo on Hinge and just said, "Hey"? No, you'd
No,
hate it.
but I want to be the reason behind that smile. Wink is not also something.
It's kind
I'm
of cute.
interested in.
I mean, it's not. It doesn't have to be sexual.
But if I knew the guy, if I knew someone already, and I had interest in them, and they DM'd me that, maybe cuter. Someone I don't know at all being like, you know?
Okay, I hear you. I just think that most times, girls that I mean, I had experience with on Bumble were not creative. Most of the time, it was
Okay.
a hey,
What would you prefer? A hey?
anything,
Or like a gif?
gifts fine.
Okay.
but
I've
like-
been told not to use gifs before, but
I don't mind them at all. I just think that
Okay.
anything out of the ordinary, and I think that because I'm weird, I will accept some of the weirder responses because at least you're trying to be out of the box, and I like that because that shows personality.
okay. But like, you have to be careful about what side of your personality you're showing.
Of course, but like a little bit of a weird personality is fine at first. I'll excuse that. I'll excuse weird over boring. I would prefer a little bit extra weird than extra boring.
That's honestly surprising to me.
I know, and I feel like it
Because
is,
I
but-
feel like you come off as like, this is so mean. You come off as like basic girl. Like, I want the basic. I don't want weird.
yeah, I kind of do, but
That's not nice.
but
I'm
also
sorry.
I do want some personality in there. You know what I mean? A basic
you
girl
can't-
with some personality is
You
usually my
can't
type.
d-
So what was
Those are contradicting each other.
No. Because I feel like I'm kind of basic guy with a lot of personality.
That's true. I think on the surface, I'm a basic girl. But when you get to know me, you're like,
Yeah.
shut her up.
I would agree with that. So what is one of the most cringeworthy responses or just negative responses that you've received lately?
I mean, can I give you one that I sent?
Yeah, even better, actually. Yeah.
One guy said, like, together we could. This is so annoying. He said, together we could listen to all 6 of the Taylor Swift albums. So obviously I was
Wow.
going to respond.
Wow, you should have married him on the spot.
No, but there are now 9 Taylor Swift albums. So I responded and said, get your facts straight. There's 9.
Did you respond?
No. Never matched, but I took a screenshot of that because it was killing. I thought it was so funny. I was certain that he would respond and we would walk down the aisle to Taylor Swift someday.
That's actually hilarious.
Thank you. Can you tell me some of your horrible ones? Because you've been telling me that you have them.
I do, because I've been like saving some of my bad ones over time, just because I think they're hilarious. Because sometimes I'm feeling a little ballsy.
Yeah, but here's my question.
Yeah.
And obviously it will be answered in just a second, but I do want to mentally prepare myself.
Okay.
Are these bad because you're ballsy like getting weird? Or are you ballsy like getting weird?
I never get sexual. No.
Okay, that was the first
like that's
getting.
weird. Like stop being.
Could you not tell from my voice? That was the first getting weird.
Okay, got it. My bad.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay. I want to hear them.
So I picked like 3 of the ones that I think are like the funniest that I have had negative experiences with this year. So the first one, and I used a rose on this one just to talk this shit. But I like.
Okay, look. Also,
thought it was
roses
hilarious.
work. Go ahead.
They do work, you say? Okay, breaking news.
Well, I went on a date with a guy who gave me a rose.
Wow.
Didn't obviously end very well, but
yeah, I've only been out with one rose and loved it. So maybe
you went out with a rose.
I did.
What happened? Okay, we don't have to get it.
You know.
Go ahead.
You know this one. We'll go into it later.
Okay.
So I've used a rose on this one though, and clearly I told you I've only been out with one rose, so you know this didn't work. So this girl had a Dodgers hat on, and her prompt was, "I'll fall for you if," and she responded, "You talk Dodgers to me," with hard eyes. And at this point, the Dodgers were bad. So I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go in on this girl." So I used my one rose a week just to talk back to this girl, and I said, "The Dodgers are falling apart. They've lost 6 straight games. Bellinger's out. Dustin May needs surgery. Corey Seager just broke his hand. Not a single thing is left to save your blue team. The Dodgers are toast." Never got a response.
Don't think she liked that.
Don't think she liked that at all.
No.
But like, to me, I thought it was funny because I feel like if you're a sports person, you enjoy some of the trash talk.
For sure. If I put like talk Giants to me, whatever, and a guy responded like that, maybe the turnoff was that she thinks you're way too into it.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, so I'm clearly not, but yeah. It could have been the key.
Way too into sports. Like, you know how like your roommate gets really angry about sports?
Yeah.
Maybe she thought you were one of those guys.
True. I have nothing that indicates that on my profile, which is good news.
That is good news.
But it's possible for sure.
But if she's probably like, why does he know so much?
Yeah, 100%. It's just, and here's the thing. I actually like the Dodgers. Like if I'm going to root for a team that's not the Red Sox, it's probably going to be the Dodgers. They're so likable.
Okay.
I just thought this was a perfect chance to be funny and trash talk. It didn't work.
I probably would have matched you.
Thank you. Wow.
So
maybe I'm just ugly. Maybe she thought it was funny, but no,
shoot, that's possible.
not the case.
Just kidding.
So yeah, that one I thought was hilarious. Apparently she did not think so. The second one, so this is one of my first matches back on Hinge, like after getting, dumped. So I was just like really feeling it one night. I was like kind of drunk, and I just like,
can I stop you for a second?
Yeah.
You said after getting dumped?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. After breaking up with my girlfriend mutually.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, because you made another comment this weekend.
Okay, it was more me, I'll admit.
So you didn't really get dumped?
No, I just feel like it fit the scenario of what I'm trying to say,
Okay, yeah.
I didn't actually get dumped.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry for stopping you.
It's all good. So there was this beautiful woman, and I was like, this is the cutest girl I've seen so far on this dating app.
Okay.
So I messaged her, and all I said was, "I'll literally kill myself if you don't date me."
John, you can't say that to people.
Well, good thing I didn't mean it, because she never did me. She never responded.
Oh my God.
I don't know. It was funny. I was kind of drinking. I was sitting with my roommates, and I was like, oh my God, I love this girl. Never met her. Only seen one picture. I love her. Didn't work.
She probably was like, you're so deranged. I cannot.
Yeah, but it's kind of funny, though. Like a little bit,
You have to be like.
Into the dark humor.
Yeah. You have to be the right girl to receive that message.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. It's very slim percentage of girls who would think that that's funny.
And I have to be honest, like if a random guy messaged that to me, I think I have dark humor, but like if a random guy messaged that to me, I'd be like, he's unwell.
Yeah, but what if he was cute?
Then I might think he's hot and unwell.
At the same time, I was in no mental place to actually talk to anyone. Didn't need it.
This was because this was first. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought that was funny, though. But
it also concerns me how early that was.
Yeah, it was one of my top 3 worst responses. That's why I'm bringing it into the picture here. So
I need the third.
This is my all-time favorite one right here. I think this one's hilarious. Oh, my God. So this girl, her prompt was, a fun fact about me is, and she responded, I'm a twin. So I responded and I said, oh my God, 2 of my roommates are twins. Are you the older twin or the younger twin? So she said, I'm the younger twin. And I said, dope. Both of my roommates are the younger twins. So I guess you could say I have a thing for the younger twins. So then she responded, so do you have a thing for your roommates too? To which I responded, honestly, yeah, I think I kind of do. Is that going to be a problem? Never responded.
No.
Ghosted off that. Which I think is hilarious.
It is. And knowing you.
Yeah.
Knowing you, freaking hilarious. But not knowing you.
Stranger who just admitted on Hinge that he may be kind of gay for his roommates. Probably red flag.
Oh my God.
So do I understand? Absolutely. But was it worth it? Absolutely.
It was.
So funny. Yeah, never responded.
If a girl said, well, that might be different. I was like, if a girl like joked about being into other women on Hinge, you'd probably still talk to her.
I would probably get that it's clearly a joke. I feel like I
Right.
seem like a normal guy. And I feel like if you seem normal, you got to know that some of these things are jokes, dude. Have a sense of humor.
You know, in the time that we've spent the last 2 weekends together, you never showed me your profile, so I don't know what your photos look like.
That's fair.
And I feel like
I
maybe
don't
you
look
need my
normal.
help.
Maybe I do.
And
No,
I'm like,
like-
maybe you need like.
I'm just in this place where like I would sacrifice my chance with a beautiful woman for the laugh.
Oh,
And I don't know what that says.
I mean,
because I feel like the right person's going to get my sense of humor. Maybe.
for sure. No, I agree with that.
You know?
We were kind of talking about this earlier. The right guy will not care that I'm so upfront about things.
Exactly.
Yeah. So like the right girl is going to be like, yeah, he's kidding.
Yeah. So one girl talked too much shit on her team. Second girl, I seemed insane. And third girl, she thinks that I'm sleeping with my roommates while on Hinge trying to talk to a girl. So things are
Look.
going well.
I spent a weekend with you and your roommates. Jury's still out.
Yeah, that's true. We did all sleep in the same room with like 6 dudes. That sounds bad.
I'm literally not going to continue that conversation.
It was fine though.
Yeah. No. You guys just love, like, it's very sweet. You guys love to cuddle.
We have like a bromance. Like we don't
I
mind.
like also platonically cuddled with one of your other roommates.
That's true. That's absolutely true.
Yeah.
We're a loving group of dudes, and I feel like dudes should be okay with that side, you know?
I think so too. I think you deserve credit. You guys deserve credit for that.
Thank you. We are very comfortable in our masculinity, so we don't feel like we need to alpha it all the time. You know what I'm saying?
You guys are all
Yeah.
at least one of you is kind of alpha.
Yeah, perhaps.
Yeah.
Okay, so we asked, because we just thought that we can't be the only ones with experiences like this. We asked some
For
of you
sure.
guys, our listeners, to submit on our Instagram some of the things that you may have said to someone or that someone has said to you on a dating app. And these
one of them has
responses-
me actually like shook.
So these are so good. So good.
We have to like, these are like not safe for work.
Yeah, that's my favorite one, I think. There's a couple of these that are not
There's
safe.
2 that are not safe for work, especially.
So I'll go with the first one. And this was submitted by Tony Desson, who we've had on the podcast. And context for this one, because it does matter. Tony's a black man. And he
Yes.
said that this response that he got from someone, he said, someone said to me, "Can I show you how much Black Lives Matter to me?"
Imagine thinking that's a good line.
Wow.
Just imagine.
Oh my God.
Well, Tony, thanks for your submission. And our friend Alexa, who I actually also got to meet this weekend down in
Placentia.
where was I? Placentia.
There it is.
I was gonna say Corona. Alexa from Biohackers, who we have also had on this podcast. She said she would get the message. She's now in a happy relationship, but she would get my Alexa just lit up.
Well, that has to do with this.
She would get the message. Hey, can you say the name?
Alexa?
Hey.
Oh,
Yeah, I
because
don't
you
want mine
hear
to
Alexa?
light up again.
They
And
would
she said,
say-
I hate it.
Because everyone thinks that they're smart because they're like, oh, it's like the Alexa.
Like you're not
Clearly.
original.
So
Yeah.
this one kind of blew my mind. Comes from Sunali. Message just said, "Hey, want to meet up? I'm bored and my cock is hard as a rock."
Okay, you're not gonna bleep yourself there?
That's what he said. That's what I'm saying. That's what the message said. That's what I'm repeating. It's not my words. It's this guy's words, and clearly too much.
clearly, any message that like alludes to that, I'm like, can't you like romance for 5 seconds?
Agreed.
5 seconds.
Agreed. Stop being creepy.
Also, like 5 days, really, at least. 5 dates. Anyway.
Fair. I will actually say that's fair.
I'm super fine. Ashley said on Tinder, she got, "What's your favorite vegetable?"
Okay.
And she deleted Tinder from that.
This one, I don't hate. I kind of like this one. I'd have
Do
fun
you
with this
want
one.
the girl to answer eggplant?
No, but like if I got a "What's your favorite vegetable," I'd have a thought out answer for this.
Different.
I'd be like, "Let's go."
Different context.
I'm gonna tell you broccoli because it looks like a giant tree. It's the one that doesn't taste that aggressive. It's pretty good for you. It comes with steak meals, which I do also enjoy. I got a whole thing where I can tell you why broccoli is my favorite vegetable.
Are avocados a vegetable or a fruit?
Unclear. They have a seed, so my guess is fruit.
Damn. Then I don't know if I have a favorite vegetable.
Favorite vegetable.
Thank you for. You're right.
You
said the rosé would get me.
It's not that creative, but I don't hate it because at least it's better than hey. How's your day?
Don't repeat it. Oh, I thought you were going to say the thing about the hard as a rock thing.
Oh my God, no. That's the only time I'll be saying that in this podcast.
But I want to explain to you that asking a girl what her favorite vegetable is kind of a sexual innuendo.
Oh my God, no. No,
Okay.
it's not.
Yes, that's exactly what he meant.
Only if you say eggplant.
But
So
that's what
don't say
they're
eggplant.
hoping for.
How do
But that's
you
what they're
know
hoping
that?
for.
There are a million other vegetables. Not a million. There are many other vegetables you can say. You are taking it there. That's you taking it to the eggplant direction. There is no mention of eggplant. Maybe if you said, "What's your favorite vegetable that's long, purple, hard?" Like, okay, you know?
Ew.
That's what I mean, though. But if you just said, "What's your favorite vegetable?" Don't take it there.
I'm not a believer that is what I think you are too innocent and pure for this world.
This was Tinder, so I
Exactly.
could be wrong.
And on that note, I'm pouring more wine.
That's fair.
What I got.
The next one, also not safe for work. Sam says she got a message that said, and I quote,
No, you're not going to say this.
I'm saying it. They submitted it. I'm saying it. It said, "Sit on my face so I can eat my way to your heart."
I'm not commenting on this.
I feel like if we had to know, everyone has to know. I cannot
Yeah, but
believe
you could've
someone would
bleeped
actually
yourself.
say that to you. There were no bad words in there, which
It's just really crude.
it's extremely crude. I'm not saying I mean it. I'm just repeating what this gross
I'm not
individual
one.
has said to our dear listener, Sam. And Sam, I'm so sorry.
Sam, you deserve better.
Huge a-hole for that guy.
We'd like to compliment you, Sam, instead and say, you're beautiful and you deserve men who want to start at the heart.
I just think if our listeners have the courage to respond back to our story with these intense things that people have said to them, I think it is our duty to share it with the world. If they're sharing it, like, you know?
Yeah, but how good was my compliment? Like, you didn't even acknowledge it.
Oh, very good. You know what, Erica?
Thank you.
I'd like to rewind 15 seconds. I would just like to say that was a really good compliment. And I hope Sam
Thanks,
enjoyed it as
John.
much as I did. Hopefully
I hope
more.
Sam did too. Do you want to keep going through the rest of these?
Yeah, let's give it like 2 more.
Okay. Well, I want to get to some of Alexis's then,
Yes.
because she literally sent a screenshot of her notes, which apparently she keeps notes of these as well, and John keeps notes on other
Yeah, we
things,
talked
but
last week about some people have different notes in their phone.
Yeah.
She has one like this.
Hers is titled "Stupid Shit Men Have Said to Me," which if I had this list, it would go on way too long. I liked, or I didn't like, but literally someone said, "Those lips look like they could save my life."
Okay, and you're going to get mad at me for the crude things I've been saying?
Okay, lips can go on lips too, John.
Oh, yeah.
So who's taking it there now?
Okay, that's a way more possible to take it there than you taking vegetable to eggplant.
No.
Yes.
Not in a million worlds.
I don't know. My favorite one of hers said, some guy said, "You thicker than a Snicker, ma."
Yeah,
Which,
that
like,
would be an
it's like-
immediate unmatch
It's
for
the
me.
ma at the end for me. You know?
It's the rhyme of thicka and snicka for me.
Yeah, it's
also,
kinda
are
funny.
Snickers really that thick?
You're kind of thick. If you're comparing it to like a
Also-
Kit Kat.
Also, my voice. Have we talked about this before? how I have gotten messages being like, girl, you thick. And like, that's not a compliment to me.
You did mention that on the podcast once. Yes.
I do not find that complimentary. I understand that there are wonderful parts of my body that are larger than not. I don't know. But I don't want to be called thick.
I think that's a very fair request.
Thank you.
I don't think you should call a girl thick as a compliment. Unless
like,
you know her.
They're clearly like showing off their butt, then maybe you can call them thick.
Yeah. Maybe if it's a booty pic for sure.
Right.
But like, otherwise, no.
Otherwise, maybe that's offensive to her.
Thick's off the list. There are many things on. That's one of the
Okay.
offs, you know?
What's on?
You have a nice smile.
Ugh.
I wish I were the one behind it.
No! I hate you.
The other one I wanted to point out was Alyssa got a message that said she listed her favorite sports team and guys would open up talking about how much they hate them. To which I'm curious, did you have a picture with the Dodgers hat on your profile and you got a match a couple months ago just asking for a friend? I don't think this is the girl I matched with, for the record.
John,
but at the same time, I don't actually know.
I'm unwell. You need to go to commercial.
Okay. We're so back. We are literally
are.
We're incredibly back.
We are. And
I'm
I wanted to
not
ask
well.
you something.
Oh my God. Please ask me anything.
Oh, I'm not either. And I'm just going to move on from it because that's effing hilarious and we couldn't have planned that.
Agreed.
Did you update your phone recently?
I'm so funny you ask. Literally, my phone updated in my sleep last night. All I had to do was click yes. I like that they do that now. My phone was like,
You're so stupid.
we're going to update your phone while you sleep tonight at approximately 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Or is this chill, essentially? And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go to sleep. Like, what do I need?
It's freaking chill. Well, then you would notice that we got a couple new emojis. And I say a couple because some are, I'm looking at them right now. Some are like a line of different like skin tones of one. So it really, I feel like counts as like one.
That's one emoji with many options.
The ones at the bottom, is that just all different versions of people kissing?
Yes. It's like
That's
all
cute.
different genders and ethnicities of people in relationships next to each other. So
I think that's very sweet because then it's like no matter what
who
you are.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What was the wrong term
Human.
there?
It would be.
I mean, like whatever
Ethnicity.
whatever
nationality.
match you
Oh,
are.
there it
That's what I was trying to say. Whatever match you are, you have something to represent you kissing, and you can totally put that on your pics of your wedding day. That was Alexis Rose of me. The one that I wanted to bring to your attention, because I think it's similar to another that I like that we need to get into in a second, is the swirly eyes with the
squiggle.
uneven mouth.
So it's a smiley face it's a yellow.
It's not a smiley face.
Yeah, it's okay. It's a yellow face. It's a yellow head, like all of the emojis are essentially. And the two eyes are like swirls, like whirlpool swirls.
Yeah,
which I enjoy.
Nice.
It's
Do you think it's drunk? Dizzy?
Dizzy? Drunk, perhaps?
But why? How often are you getting dizzy as an adult?
Drunk is maybe more accurate on what it is.
Okay.
And then the face is literally just a squiggle, which in this
The
smiley
mouth.
face I enjoy. Also, I think these have been out for a while, but I enjoy this one. This one is cool. He's funny. I feel like I could use that many times. I'm pumped about it.
Okay. The one next to it where it's making kind of a frowning face, but it's blowing smoke out of its mouth. Is that getting stoned?
I think he's exhausted. That was hard, you know?
You are making a lot more sense than I am with these.
I usually do. Yep.
I do know that there's one that's just a face and all you can see is its eyes and it kind of has a cloud around it. I do know that's brain fog.
How did you know that?
Someone told me.
Oh, it looks like God to me. It looks like the cloud is like his big face, like his beard. And anyway. And then there are two hearts.
Brain
One's a heart on fire, which is cool. And then there's like a heart with a Band-Aid over it. Like, oh, you're, you know?
Honestly, I love both because like heart on fire can be like when you're flirting with someone and you're like, ooh, this is how you make me feel, right? But like hurt heart can also be flirting if they insult you as a joke and you're like, Murr.
Okay. I was not thinking about it like that, but that is also one that you could
I think
use.
that's just where I'm at in my life.
I agree 100%.
Or you can use it as like when you want to send love to someone who's hurting.
Yeah, there are some new emojis, and I kind of like new emojis, but I still feel like I use the same. 14 emojis. Like, it's really rare that you're going to use one of these extra ones that they end up giving you.
Untrue. Because the last update included the one that's like you're not looking at me.
I know,
so
keep going. Oh, I was supposed to watch you.
Yeah. I was trying to show you what the face is.
Okay, sorry.
It's the one that's like, you know?
Oh, yeah. I like that one.
No, you don't. You don't like that one. You said you would rather I cool it on the squiggly
Oh, you're
face
talking
one.
about the other squiggly face one. I hate that one.
Literally, why? Because this had me so fired up when you told me this the other day.
I don't know.
And I literally said, stop talking. We have to talk about this on the podcast.
It's just like not cute.
Oh my God. Who cares? It's an emoji. It's not like.
I'm going through the emojis now because I just want to find one that like you're just never going to use. And like, when are you going to use like this pink little purse? Never.
I mean, maybe if you're like, don't forget.
When are you going to use this green underwear? Never. What even is this? A needle and a thread? All right, maybe you're in a knitting club. I don't hate that, actually.
When are you going to use the green underwear? Pack your underwear. Or you left your underwear at my house.
Okay, I actually don't hate that. There are some animals in here which I do not know what they are. I just feel like...
Yeah, but like...
Okay, how about this gray square? A gray square.
I'm unclear what the gray square is for.
That's what I mean. I feel like there are just too many emojis. But also, I'd rather be too many than not enough because that one time you need a specific emoji, it's worth it to have it.
I agree.
All right. I go back on my
But can
statement.
you explain to me why you hate the squiggly face so much? Because I use it for every emotion.
It's just like weird. It's just not.
I use it for like, I feel awkward about asking this, or like, this is the worst meeting of my life.
I would have better emojis for both of those scenarios. I'll send them to you.
What's the I feel awkward about asking this?
I don't know. I'd have to look. I'd have to look through the catalog of emojis before I would know.
Oh my God. Okay, fine.
So another part about this update, though, that I thought was super interesting is that, and I don't know if this is a recent thing just from this update, but ever since I've logged into any of my social media accounts, this has happened. So after you updated your phone, did you get asked by the social media account? For example, the first one I opened was Snapchat, and it said, will you allow Snapchat to observe the other apps and stuff that you go on in the background, or would you rather ask Snapchat to stop looking into the things you do on your phone?
Right. I said no on all of them.
So I thought about that too, which is cool because we know like our apps are listening and they're paying attention to the websites you go on, and that's why sometimes your Instagram ads or something that you were just talking about or something you were just looking at on the internet. So ideally, like you would think you would say no. And so on Snapchat I said no, on Twitter I said no. And then I went on Instagram and it asked me if I want to stop Instagram from paying attention to those things. And I changed my mind. I said allow. I want Instagram to do that because sometimes Instagram gives me some pretty good ads. Like some things that I might actually want. And I would rather it show me ads of things that I'd want than random stuff that I'm literally just going to cycle through.
Okay.
Like sometimes I'll see something on Instagram and I'll be like, wow, that's kind of sick. I want buy. And they'll click on it and then it's way too expensive. Everything on Instagram is way too expensive for no reason at all. Like I can find it for $20 down the street, but it's cool though. Like one day I'm gonna find a deal. I've never bought anything off. Have you ever bought anything off Instagram?
I've bought clothes off Instagram from being like persuaded, because there was a big period when I was searching for a lot of like dresses to wear to weddings, and then I would get ads for that kind of stuff, and like I needed them, so I have. But it's hard to trust those things. You always have to do a lot of Googling, figure out if they're legit, figure out the fabric's gonna suck.
I've heard sometimes you'll buy something and it doesn't come for months. And you're like, dude.
Yeah, or that.
Where you been?
Did your jersey ever show up?
Yeah. Oh my God, I didn't show you?
No.
Oh, it showed up the day after we talked about it in that podcast.
Oh, okay.
It's
well, that's good.
amazing. Perfect condition. Can't wait to wear it to my next Red Sox game. Very
Wow,
pumped.
I'm so excited for you. The one place that I would want them to continue to like pay attention to what I'm doing on other apps is probably Spotify.
Yeah, Spotify didn't
But
ask.
I don't know if I was saying I don't think that's like a issue with Spotify.
Agreed.
So,
but you're right. I would allow Spotify too. Spotify can know whatever it wants to know about me.
Spotify can listen to every conversation I have.
I would just like to also, make clear that we converted Carla Marie, our friend, to Spotify.
We did.
Thanks to this podcast. So, welcome.
Also,
nice You Look Great merch.
I'm wearing You Look Great merch. If you're listening to this before June 19th, you can go to youlookgreat.bigcartel.com and order your own You Look Great merch from the Carla Marie and Anthony show.
Youlookgreat.bigcartel.com.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I know.
I just
John.
clicked the link. I've never actually paid attention to the site. I'm still deciding.
Were you not paying attention to the group text when we were talking about Big Cartel?
No.
Oh my God. Someone was like, does anyone realize that their merch link has the word cartel in it?
Because it's our running joke / maybe not joke that Erica's family is in the cartel.
Would love to confirm that it's a joke.
Well,
so
I guess we'll find out.
I guess so. But yes, anyway, we did convert Carla Marie to a Spotify person because we talked about it in the last episode. And like, I just like that they know me so well.
Same. Very into
And I
it.
like that I opened my Discover Weekly. That's what it's called, right?
Yeah, someone made a comment too that we are 2 iHeart employees with an iHeartRadio music app that would be very that should be in the forefront of our speaking endeavors. However, we just keep pushing Spotify and not sorry about it.
The iHeart app is amazing for listening to podcasts.
Absolutely. And it's amazing for music too.
And for listening to the stations that you want to listen to live if you're not in person or in that city.
That's the best part. I mean, I use it for that. I really do.
I do too. I listen to our show every day on the iHeartRadio app because I'm not in LA.
Also, sometimes in an Uber home from the bars on a weekend and the Kiss Electric Mix is playing and they got a sick mix going on.
That stuff slaps.
And we get inside. I'm turning on the iHeart app because I'm not trying to do an ad here. Like, there are sick mixes at nighttime on Kiss FM. If it's like 9 to like midnight on a weekend, tune in to Kiss. They got cool mixes on. I'll turn it on inside.
On Saturdays on Kiss, before those mixes, I now produce a show.
Hey.
Yeah.
What show is that?
So it's called The Vibe, and it's on in pretty much every city.
That's the one
It's
with
on every pop station.
EJ and Tanya Rad, right?
That's right.
You were the one and only producer of that show?
Our boss, Beata, is also a producer, but I'm the like producer that sits there and is like, talk about this. You should do this now, and I'm going to edit it.
Wow.
I don't know. I'm doing finger guns at you.
People trust you with that, huh?
People trust me with that, and good luck to all of us.
Incredible. So check that out.
That's right. Did you have anything else? There's one more thing on here, but is it going to take too long?
No, we'll get to it next time.
Okay. We are actually planning potentially something very fun.
Oh, you're teasing it already. Nice.
But we don't know when it's going to be. So we would like to tell you that this summer.
I'm so glad you brought this up. People are going to be very thankful that you mentioned this and brought this to their attention with limited, in fact, no details.
All I'm saying is be ready for something really fun this summer that we're going to do that will involve more podcasts than you're used to. And that's the tease, John.
And that's the tea, I would say.
Yeah.
A subtle tea.
Go find us at Almost On Air on Instagram.
Twitter. We have a Twitter now.
Oh my God, that's right. I'm the only one who tweets from it.
Yep.
Instagram, Twitter at Almost On Air. We also have our of course we have our podcast. We also have our playlist, which will now be staying up for the entire month. So we have the Almost New Music Friday playlist on Spotify, and you can go and follow it. And then in June, we will add all our favorite new songs in June, and then it will restart in July, and all of that.
I like this way much better. So much better.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be great. And that's all the plugs we have.
Except for YouTube. You can watch us on YouTube. And if you're watching us on YouTube and you're watching me say this right now, what's up? I'm waving to you.
Leave a comment. Subscribe.
There you go.
Okay, bye.